Right, good evening folks, and welcome to Black Country Blitz. Right, just sorting out the old live stream, so give me a second. As one does. Right, we're live. That's that one. Now we can come to here and open the new tab. Click the link. And that should be up and running in a second. Hopefully that should do it now. Copy and paste all that. Paste it over to here. And paste it here as well. Oh, it's all happening. And Twitter, post it on there. And I press start out. Right, we've now covered everywhere, as they say. So you can knock that off the head. I can knock that off the head. Oh, we can knock that off the head. Okay. Right, let's get into the game then. Right, just took out on a job in delivering some timber. When I get out the cabin, that's what we're delivering. Irish products. So without further ado, let's get it on. Got my window wipers because it was raining when I first started the stream. So for some reason my head tracking ain't working. That could be due to the fact, yeah. Hold on. This tracking today has got a mind of its own. Right, let's centre it up. As we say in Tipping, let's get the hell out of here. Now, which way am we heading for? That's the question. Now, at the moment, I'm feeling all these bumps and lumps due to my SRS shaker kit cushion I'm sitting on. Oh dear, that does vibrate. Now, I don't know if I'm lagging too much, as I got the two cameras running tonight. I've got a few LEDs flashing away like there's no tomorrow. But it saves having big massive lights on, so I've put the back camera on facing down towards me, and I've put on the face cameras up there. Hello YouTube. As one does. And I've been busy in Photoshop adding a little bit of graphics come text, because a lot of you are hitting my like and subscribe button and I'm feeling that pain, eh? Now, at the moment, if anybody's watched the channel and you're a regular to the channel, you know I'm struggling with my PC. Well, guess what folks, in 5 weeks time I shall have an all singing, all dancing, top of the range at that time PC. Right? Now, when you've come from just a standard monitor and you're pushing a 50-inch 4K television on a PC from PC World, which was overpriced for the bag of shit that we got sold, I'm doing my best at the present time. So I'm restricted on what games, one, I can stream, and two, the PC can handle. Now, shoot me ups, not a problem. Euro trucks, not a problem. American trucks, not a problem. Set Corsa, problem. Set Competizione, forget it. Wreckfest, I think I should be okay for streaming that. But there's a lot of games that I want to stream, and I can't stream due to the fact now. Last week I went back to a 24-inch 1920 by 1080 monitor. Now I would do that again, but the simple reason is the base that it's situated on is just leaning over the top of my Fanatec base, which ain't secure enough for my liking. And to be fair, I don't want the monitor falling into my lap, so I'm gonna have to wait until I've got me better monitor and a better PC, so I can start streaming a set of course competition. Now I have started a career mode, and to be fair, I ain't done too good, but I'm trying, yeah. But it's bloody hard to try when you've spent all your money upgrading, in my case, the console, the wheel. I mean, I've come from a Logitech G920. Again, great to get me into doing anything to do with sim racing or any driving games, but it was only plastic cogs, yeah. So if you're sitting on the fence and thinking, shall I upgrade to a better wheel than a Logitech? Yes. If you've got the money and it ain't an object, go and buy one. You'll never regret it. Just to get a Fanatec wheel now, before I get into this, I am not anything to do with a Fanatec. I'm not a rep, I'm nothing. I'm just a normal customer or a normal person like yourselves that's gone from plastic to reality. Yeah, and that's what Fanatec give you. It took me at least 2 weeks to even learn how to drive again, yeah, and that was due to the size of the wheel being slightly bigger. Well, I don't say slightly bigger, a lot bloody bigger than the Logitech wheels. Yeah, Logitech wheels on the small side. Now I can't remember the actual sizes of this Fanatec wheel I'm using, which is the Forza Motorsports, which I got with the Club Wheelbase bundle. And of course, if you watched any of my previous videos, when I do eventually play Formula 1, again, that's another one I struggle with. I've got the F1 Esports F1 style wheel. Again, not the best wheel that Fanatec make for F1 style racing, but the other two was out of stock. So rather than not order one and wait, I got the Esports one. Again, I've seen loads of people play with it online. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. And to be fair, it is good enough for what play I do on F1. Now, I said this the other night and I'll say it again. As soon as I've got my other PC and one that let me do what I want to do with the games that I've got, I shall get into a schedule. So you people on YouTube will know exactly what days I'm streaming, what games. At the moment, I'll just stream when I can and when I like, yeah, which are very good for people that want to watch. So I can't get into a routine at the moment, but I will do once I've got the machine. Now, again, it's all coming down to who makes what. Now, my good friend, who's in the past has built me PCs, is now telling me to stay, well, not stay away, but you know, there is better processors out there than Intel at the moment, which of course is AMD. So I believe I trust him, so I've got to wait now till they actually do release the chip for sale. Now the chip's on the website where I intend buying the computer from, but there's no price tag. So until there's a price tag, there ain't really a lot I can do. But if I don't go for AMD processor, it will be the Intel i990. Yeah, again, it's still $2.5 worth of PC. What else is shipped with it? It's a 2080 Ti graphics card by Nvidia. Again, about the best graphics card out there for, you know, in the Nvidia range. I've got a 1080 Ti, so 2080 Ti. Could get my words around with that one. I should be okay. M.2 drives, I've already got them anyway in another PC up the top of my room. So again, they're nothing new to me. It's just this AMD processor or the Intel. Either way, I know that the Intel i990 will push me 4K, but what my mate says and what I'm reading and reviews I'm seeing, the AMD looks better and faster for streaming 4K and gaming and whatever else. Because of course, the more things you run, now I have actually put 4 webcams up, but because of this PC being so poorly and being so bad, I can only run the 2 cameras. So I've got the face camera and I've got the back camera. I have got one to do my pedals for when I do racing games, and a side view to get the whole one of the rig. Again, not that I'll use them all the while, but it is nice. I mean, I've kitted this rig out with all LEDs, so it sort of lights up of a night time. I've just noticed I got my speed limit on. Oh, I've just done the map. Bear with us, folks. Right, let's get that up. So I breaking no speed limits. And let's get some lights on, not hazards, I-beams. So, you know, I want to do as much on this channel as possible, as I've got more free time on my hands than the man who made it. So I've got nothing stopping me from putting the hours in on the channel. Oops, said Daisy as he stalls it. I spent a lot of money getting what I've got so far. Again, there is other things I'd like to buy now. I have.
Go straight on.
I'm liking the sound of that motion, a motion rig. Now, again, that is another £2,000 for this simulator that I'm sitting in. This is a next level GT style sim rig, and they do the motion platform. So Boosted Media, Will, who's down in Australia, great guy, a person that I've not only do follow, but there ain't many YouTubers on here that do answer you back. Yeah, I have noticed that. Small streamers, some of you don't want to know us. I don't know why, but I had a problem when I had my Fanatec set up. I was a little unsure what drivers. Of course, when you've spent 1,500 quid on a setup, you want to make sure that you're putting the right drivers in. Now I contacted Fanatec and got no reply, and I only do it just on one social media. I did it on 2. I did it on Facebook and I did it on Twitter, and I still don't get no response. So I knew Will, who Boosted Media, had got a V2.5 wheelbase from Fanatec, as I've seen loads of videos. He's also even got the same rig. Now at that time when I was ready to buy mine, I never actually give Next Level Racing a thought. It wasn't until I went to Scan Computers in Bolton, their website, that I noticed that they sold rigs. So of course I went to the manufacturers, and of course Scan, and amongst others, sellers of their rigs. And again, I'm happy with the rig. There is a few niggly things, nothing major. It's just like it's hard to add accessories to the rig, i.e. button boxes. Again, I don't know if they're in England or they're American. If I do, apologize if you're in England, but they actually, there's a company that do a button box face for the V2.5 wheelbase by Fanatec, the belt driven one. Again, that's just removing 4 screws from the front, and you've got X amount of buttons on your left and X amount of buttons on your right. Now I bought one that cost me £67, local guy here in the West Midlands. Matter of fact, he's only about four miles away from my house, if that, even though I still had it posted. £67, 27 buttons does me. But anyway, going back to Will and Boosted Media, He did actually reply to me about my Fanatec drivers, as again, the website is a little bit confusing. If anybody is looking on Fanatec's website and they see the drivers, you get the one with the ICE number. Again, it is a little bit of common sense, but again, still 100% sure. But will at least it had the decency to reply to me and say, look, you know, this is the ones you need, you know, you'll be alright, just flash your drive, and you know, and it's like when you flash hard drives, you have to be a bit careful. You don't want like a power source going off or something, and you're losing power, as that's when you're causing problems. But touch wood, I never had no problems, and you know, my Fanatec's worked fine since I've had it. Best thing I ever did, to be fair.
Never mind.
I'm so glad I upgraded. So glad my mate put me into all this. Again, it's been expensive, but it's more than a toy, it's an investment in my eyes. Boosted Media's got the all singing, all dancing motion. I think he's still got it. There is videos of him and his wife sitting in it, and he's a lovely guy. Shame he's on the other side of the world. I've got to give a shout out to my friend Momsy as well, Momsy Gaming. He helped me out when I first started on here, especially with plugins. Midland, he's another nice guy. Yeah, on YouTube, you know, I know people have got like busy lives with, especially with channels, and they can't answer everybody. But it don't take 2 minutes, even if it's like a couple of days. I'm fine with that. You know, I don't expect people to jump for me, but it is nice when they acknowledge it. I don't like to be ignored. When they can blatantly see you in a chat room, you've gone to their chat, and then they don't answer you back. I think that's quite rude, if you ask me. So, again, them kind of people, I did follow you, but I've took it off. I don't see the point in, you know, money like anybody else, need a little bit of help, and of course, once you get help, you can pass that information on what you've been passed. That's how I see it. It makes the world go round in my eyes. Anyway, as you can see here, in a massive queue. Now, I'm still running the mod here in American Trucks that simulates traffic flow. I will one day go through my plugins. Again, they ain't nothing major, my mod folder, when it comes to what plugins I use for my mods. The mods I would like to run, I can't run due to the fact that one, I can't get them on. Because I don't know if I'm going to eat up my resources too much. I've really got to be careful what I'm putting on the machine. I've got plenty space. I mean, I've got a 10 terabyte hard drive with all the games on, so that ain't, storage wise, ain't a problem. I've got a big enough C drive, it's just my processor. Got decent RAM in this, to be fair. Again, RAM don't come into it when you're gaming. It's just my poor processor. Now, my good friend Momsy, he said, why don't you change your chip? But of course, by the time you've changed your chip over and whatever else, that's if you can put a different size chip in. Again, you want to have something that's going to run your stuff. So, rather than mess about, oops, am I going to rescue that and get into, that's better. I'd rather have a new PC and be done then, and now it's going to last me a little bit longer. When you come and play America, you'll notice the difference between this and Euro trucks. You do seem a lot darker in this game than you do in Euro. Now I can brighten it up a little bit because I forgot about my in-cab lights. I forgot about them. Now again, that's another mod. I will bring up my mod folder. Again, most of the people that play this already, you already know about modding probably. If you're new to modding, then what it basically is people that make things that will work in the game. Now some of them will work as they're supposed to, others won't. You have problems with them, especially when you come to do what we call modding maps. Basically you'll buy CSC's own DLCs for different parts of the America, but there is people that will dedicate their time and effort making maps. So one, we don't have to pay for them, but sometimes they are guaranteed to work right away. But if they do, like how mine am at the moment, now this is all down to a guy called Wombat. Again, I've never spoken to the guy, but his YouTube channel, he configures how all the maps work. So basically he takes away all the brain work for us guys. He will configure the whole map. All we have to do is follow what he says on the screen, put it in an order. They call it stacking. So, you know, start at the top and work your way down, or vice versa. And then as long as you follow what he says, get the versions that he does post, because he posts the proper versions, you have no troubles. Again, that's if your PC is capable of running the maps. Let's just get over, and you know, it opens up the game more. You have, you know, a lot more places to deliver to. Again, if you're connected to World of Trucks, you can't take their jobs because they are part of the original base game, so you can forget them. But you know, you do your own trailer games. Now I don't use my own trailers very often. I just use other, you know, pick up other people's in the game sort of thing. Now again, in this one, it's only in American trucks. I've got this police car that will shoot down highways, you know, with his sirens blazing and the lights. Again, that's another mod. Now this is a feature. I've got to pull over here. Now this is only available in America. It is out in Euro trucks, but it's in the beta stage. As you know, they ain't released 136 for Euro trucks yet. It's still in beta. I'll be glad when CSC do release 136, as I want to try Pro mods out, but I don't want to put Pro mods on and then of course got to upgrade a version of Pro mods. Right, what this is done now, there's a problem, there's an accident. Now we have got the facility to turn this totally off in the game. It's totally up to you as a player. If you want this feature left on, you leave it where it is. It's like the rain, which is a slider, yeah? So of course, with CSC, we all know it's a problem. There's no, you know, 0 to 100, it's just guessing. So of course, it ain't rocket science. So at the left, that means it's now going to come on. Move it to the right, it's going to come on all the while. Yeah, I wish CSC would make numbers, you know, like 100, 25, 50, 75, 100. Yeah, at least it's a start. So CSC, you need to upgrade your interfaces. 2019, not, you know, dinosaur years. Upgrade it. Anyway, let's go back to the traffic now. This now is, I've got to remap my route. So basically, I was heading over the top of this intersection. So by clicking here, I've got to go underneath or down. I'll probably stop at some traffic lights and then back up the hill, because there is the accidents. It's either here. So once I click that, that should reroute me. Again, it ain't really changed much of my time, but as you'll see now, as we pull away, let's get back into a gear where I can pull away. So that third will be enough. This engine's still going. Traffic should sort of let me out. This is one thing I've noticed with Euro trucks and American trucks, when we use the mods for traffic, they don't let us out, you know, like they are like us, you would in a real world, in a real car. You give way, they don't give way. And when we come to anywhere where there's, if they had to stop at a junction, they won't pull out forward, they'll just sit there. You're like, bloody hell, come on, poke your nose out. Now we need to go up. So they're all sitting there now waiting to get over to the right. Yeah, now here's the accident, yeah. You would get this on a proper game, you know, in the real world. You come driving down the road and you come across a big massive accident. This is what CSC have done here. Again, I like it because it adds more to the game. You know, sometimes it's a pain and you think, bloody hell, I've only got a little bit of the destination to go to, and then you go and see a big road where a big accident like that. But to me, it happens in the real world, so why not? Now, I know this has been added to Euro trucks. Again, I'm yet to experience that because I downloaded the beta version. I've got what they call it in EAA map in my Euro trucks. I love EAA map, it's absolutely massive. So I don't want to go and put the beta version on and then find out that my EAA map ain't working in Euro trucks. So I've left it where it is until they release it properly. Then I ain't touching it. Yeah, just like I did with 136 for this American trucks. I never had them. Now, if you're wondering how I'm turning my head, I'm using Track IR, which is the new head tracking system I bought when I bought my rig. Now, I had a message today of somebody who's looked at one of my previous videos, and they said that CSC has integrated now numbers in for Tobii eye tracking people. Again, I don't know how true this is, because unless you've got Tobii eye tracking on your game, which again I haven't got this on this telly as it's too big, I can't tell whether they've integrated it and put numbers. If they have, then fair play to CSC. It's about time you did, because you really do need it for people who bought Tobii eye tracking bars. I mean, alright, it ain't as good as it definitely ain't as good as using Track IR. Now, I did try and buy Track IR when I first started, but nowhere in the UK at the time had got this Track IR. Even Amazon hadn't got it. Yeah, and if Amazon had got it, it was being imported from America. Again, they don't like to do that very often, due to the fact if anything goes wrong, then you've got to start shipping it back to different countries, or if it goes wrong to the point you've lost your money. There is only one official distributor of Natural Points Track IR in the UK. Now, even they hadn't got it. Yeah, so of course that's why I bought Tobii eye tracking. And again, don't get me wrong, you can use it, but if you want something that's more precision, don't have to be a scientist to work out how to configure it, because there's a lot more figuring out to do with the actual interface. It's a bit like CSC's. CSC's lacking, and Tobii eye tracking's really hard. Now, with Track IR, you actually get to see what your settings are before you even open a game. Yeah, it can put a picture on the screen. So in mine, I think it's default picture. It looks like a simulator for a aeroplane cockpit, but you can turn left and right, up and down. Now, of course, that's all you really need for this game, is to look left and right. But it has 6 accesses of movement. Yeah, so basically you can move your head left and right like that. I can look up and down, which is pitch. Again, I don't use much pitch. I go forwards, so everything comes closer to me. I move backwards and it goes back. Again, something you could do with Tobii eye tracking if it don't go back right to where I want it, by pressing F12 on the keyboard, if I look centre and look back, this goes back to where it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's so much better than Tobii eye tracking will ever be. Yeah. Now, as it says on the description, Tobii eye. So why integrate head tracking into an eye tracking system? Just do either one or the other. You know what I mean? Get rid of the head tracking. Yeah. It ain't both for a head tracking bar where this is operated by your head. If I don't move my head, this don't move. Now I couldn't just scan the screen. When I'm using the Tobii eye tracking, I can look up to the corners of my screen and nothing happens on this. When I was using Tobii eye tracking, because you use the head and your eyes, now I know you can disable both of them, you know, like you can disable the eyes, but because it's not a head tracking, it ain't that good. So, you know, so you enable the eye tracking and then you could have a little wonder with your eyes. Now, I need to look down at my monitor, my display for reading your comments. I can look down at that. I actually move my head and move my eyes. Now I've got to move my head because I've got to find the dial to turn on my window wipers. Yeah? But it ain't like having Tobii eye tracking and going all over the place. Now that rain's coming down quite a bit, so I'm going to have to get them window wipers a bit of a turn up. Now, again, with this GTI style cockpit, without me drilling any holes, because that's what I would have had to do. I mean, I know most of we do them anyway. I don't want to drill all extra holes into the sides of the panel, as that's where I'd have had to put my button box. But I've put it on a little table that I bought, which holds my keyboard and mouse now, and that sits across my lap, as this is the only gripe with that. They, for the, well, a cheaper simulating rig, that next level cell, they've got a keyboard tray for it that swings out when you need it, or swings back in. And on the dearer ones, they ain't got one, they've only got a freestanding one. You know, they'll figure. Again, taking nothing away with it, it's built like a brick shithouse. There's more screws and bolts that this don't move nowhere. Yeah, this don't shake, rattle and roll. It is built what it says on the tin. It's a good rig. As the one I was going to buy previously, I'm glad it was out of stock, and it's still out of stock. Yeah. Otherwise, the ones that have been sold, the bad negative reports that have come back, unbelievable. So again, it was slightly dearer than this one. The only perks it had got, you could add a load of added on extras, and the TV stand was with it. With this, I had to buy an extra TV stand. So, you know, it was more money. Yeah, I think I paid £600 for the rig, and then about £120 for the TV stand. Again, next level racing TV stand. But, you know, you could have everything, it's got to be one or the other. But I think the actual freestanding table, I hadn't got the room to put one. I needed a table that would fit either on the rig or slide underneath. Now, the one they do sell does slide underneath, but everything's at the side, it don't come across your body. Where now I'm sat here, it's ain't getting in the way of my legs, but if I want to change to like a shoot me up game rather than a driving game, I ain't got to go and change computers. Like I say, when I have got a better computer, I ain't got to go and change over. I can just change the game and be done like. But they wanted £120 for this freestanding one, and I thought, no, I'm not going to pay that much money for something that ain't that going to be that. One, I couldn't use it because how it's situated, and two, it ain't what I need. I paid, I think it's 30 odd, 40 quid at the maximum something like that off Amazon. Could be precise because I can't remember. It wore far off. Say £40 to be exact. And it's a little table and it splits. So I've got a little section for where my mouse is, and I've got another big section where the actual keyboard sits. And how I've put my button box on, I've got a clamp and a piece of metal, and I clamp the metal to the button box and the other bits connected to the button box, and that's how my button box sits. So everything's sort of as good as I can get it. Anyway, let's park this up. No, I parked the last one. Ah, now I parked that one like an idiot, never mind. Right, that's the first job anyway of the night. Let's have a look what we've got. Now I want to get out of here because I'll keep driving around these little bits. So that's North Carolina. Let's take that one. No, that's North Carolina. That's where we're going. We'll take some butter. Why not, eh? When I find where it's situated. I can see it. Now again with the rain, I don't have the rain on all the while, so it take constant. It comes on, it goes off, little bits in bits and dabs. But I think if you close the feature off totally, for me it makes the game boring. Yeah, because it does rain in real world. So if you have a game where it don't rain at all, it don't make it realistic. And again, just love that sound of thunder and lightning. Now I sat here one night, this was back on the Logitech days, and I've tried a couple of weather mods. Again, this is a weather mod with the added sound on. So, without, just make sure I've got the truck on, the wagon. Without the extra sound, you don't pick up the thunder as good as you should do. Now, I had one which gives you intense fog. Intense. I've never heard thunder sounds like it in my life. Not in a game anyway. But for love nor money, I cannot find that on Steam Workshop anymore. So I think that now has stopped working, as that was perfect. But this weather, it hasn't got no fog in it, but it does have variants of rain. So you can have light rain, medium, and like how I've got it here, it's really pouring down and causing loads of water on the screen, sort of like little showers to like monsoon weather. This is how it is at the moment. And of course, trying to drive back up here, this path, it's uneven roads for me, so I'm getting thrown about all over the place, from force feedback from the wheel, force feedback from my cushion, and it's tipping it down the rain. Hey, can it get any better than that? You know what I mean? For realism anyway. And I hope I've still got the trailer on, so let's have a look out the window. Yep, trailer's there.
Keep left. And
Now I never thought that I would stay with this game and Euro trucks as much as I have done.
Turn left.
But I have. Because over the last 7 or 8 months, I ain't turning these off much. I'm addicted. CSC have got me addicted big time, and if I can find some new plugins or mods as I call them plugins, that's like Photoshop sayings, but if I can find some mods, Milan, he's the guy that does all, well, there is others, but I'll speak to Milan on Twitter. I follow him on YouTube and I follow him on Twitter. He posts them like every month, you know, the top 10 for say October, September and so on. I'm going to try one of his out later on. It's supposed to be a reverse camera to basically see the back of your trailers. Again, I had a chance to do it today. I should have probably done it before I started the stream actually, but you know, me bad. And I am going to stop the stream just to try a new mod, so we can try that sometime later again. But rather than trying to search for them when Milan puts them up, it's good to go and try them. He's put some cracking mods up over the past, and I say, like,
Keep right,
you know, he'll do a
and
good
then
video,
turn right.
make sure they work, so you know.
Turn right.
So between Milan and Wombat does the maps, Milan does the mods. What more do we YouTubers do? And of course there's like the others, like Mumsy, Boosted Media, you know. That's the ones I interact with here on YouTube. You know, if I ask any of them guys anything, they would give me their honest answers. Or like Mumsy, he's helped me out from the start, bless him. Great job. I'm sure, I don't know his first name, and I should do really, me bad. But Mumsy, he's on YouTube, he's on Twitch, he's on Facebook. So Mumsy Gaming, look him up, tell him Blitz has sent you. Go and check out Boosted Media, Milan, Wombat here on Facebook. Again, it keeps us going as streamers at all different levels, whether you've got 100 subscribers, 2 subscribers, it don't matter. Anyway, oh, I can bypass, now that makes a change, me being able to bypass weighbridge. That's the only thing you get stopped in this game really, is the weighbridges. If you've never seen American trucks, in Euro you get stopped by like ferries, what you call them, toll roads, stuff like that, border security. You don't get none of that in this. But I have found something in American trucks which is very, very rare, and I found it in Utah, an island. You don't get many islands in America. Yeah, I found one, and there is one seaport. It's near to the top. I thought I was seeing something, but there's actually one ferry port in America. Well, in this game anyway. Whether it's in the real America, I do not know, but it's in the game. Now twice we've had to go into here. I don't need to come in here. It says I could bypass it. Oh well, never mind. I thought it said I'd got to go into here. It said I could bypass it. See, that's the trouble. Not reading, trying to concentrate and do it. Anyway, as I said before, is when these trucks they'll pull out. Now, there's only one car there, so they should go. They am so safe in pulling out of junctions. Now with me, I'll pull out and make him slow down behind me. Oh, better not now. Whether he'll slow down? No, he won't. So let's change down to a lower gear. There was no need for me to even pull into that junction to get to the weighbridge. So the only things that hold you up in this game is if there's an accident with that new feature that was added in the 135 update, and the weighbridge. That's the only things that you get stopped here in American trucks. So to have that now as well being added in 136 into Euro trucks, when they do eventually bring it out of beta stage, we're going to be starting and stopping all the time in Euro, where I mean, them two great games, but them totally different. Like, for me, America has got more sightseeing, more straight open roads, where in Euro you tend to have to drive a lot better because you've got, you know, tight corners and stuff. You don't get a lot of that in this. Well, talking of driving sensible, as I hit that car, me bad. Now, I don't know what's the matter with this sat woman. It just told me to exit right, but the actual map is telling me to carry straight on. I think I need to get her map bearings right, as she keeps telling me to go in different directions. But again, this is modified maps, so that's what might be the case. Now, I've turned all the stabilisation off in the actual game, so it bumps me about the road. As you can see, Garfield's head's falling off. That's how much I'm getting bounced about. That's why I twitch across the roads. I could move the sliders to the right in game and get it more stable, but I would rather have it this way. When it's stable, you tend to speed up and you think, oh, I'll just take the corners at 17, 18, 90 mile an hour. Yeah, because I'll do it in miles per hour. Where if you have it where there's no stabilisation on, you can't drive like that. The minute you do, you're tipping your trailer. Yeah, you can already see now, and I'm only doing 45. The back of that trailer is just jumping about like there's no tomorrow. You know, yeah. So imagine me doing the full 70 mile an hour. You can see that trailer. When I do put the mod on, which Milan put on his YouTube channel, you'll see the back of this trailer jumping about all over the place. Yeah, but I can't show you yet because when I am on the straight too, it's pitch black, and I'll end up crashing my trailer and causing me more damage. But that's to do with the physics in the game. I love these roadworks of a night time, you know. And for me, just somewhat simple, like the sound of air brakes. It's in Steam's workshop. I don't know if it's two files or one. One that does the parking brake and one does the foot brake, yeah? Where, you hear it, yeah? That old-fashioned sound. Again, I am a truck driver, but it sounds better than the original that comes with the game, yeah? I love to hear it, especially when the air brakes go on. Now that's genuine turn right, because it's telling me on the sat nav. Now on the next job, if it don't take me to a destination that is taking me back down towards the bottom of the map, I'm going to change directions totally, and I'm going to teleport to a different garage. As myself, I've noticed that I'm just driving up and down the same kind of roads. It's only giving me the same jobs due to it not being, well, the trucks or anything like that. Now I have noticed see these little black lines in the game? Well, they am like speed ramps, or you know, like when you get uneven tarmac on a road, and they bump me all over the place, yeah? Now I don't think people who made this game had put anything in like that. Now when I play the EAA map in Euro trucks, that is treacherous. They've simulated mud, they've simulated uneven roads, hills for days, so going up hills and down hills is absolutely awesome, especially when you go around some of the what they're called, cliffs. They am so tight you have to go slow, because if you don't go slow you're crashing, end off, you know what I mean. And it does make you a better driver on here, to be fair. Now somebody asked me the other day about settings for his Fanatec wheel. He just bought a Fanatec wheel coming from a G27, asking for a bit of help, and I know how it feels when you're just starting out and nobody's there to give you a helping hand. Again, it all does come down to personal, what you call it, your own, how you like it. I can't think of the big word. Come on people, help me out here. How you like it. So you can't say, oh yeah, that's definitely, them settings I'm going to be just for you, because you might not preference it. That's it. I'm gonna, of course, swallow these big words tonight. But what I might like, somebody else not like. But at least it's a bit of a start. Yeah. So again, the person who commented me, what a name, I can't even pronounce it. Don't even want to insult him by trying to pronounce his YouTube name. But he says he can't feel or get his settings right in Euro trucks. So of course Euro trucks and this is exactly the same when it comes to settings. And I'm going to be no different in the way he sets it up. Now is that car, I thought that car was going to cut in front of me. Well, as you can tell, I haven't drove down these roads because I'm revealing grey. As you can see, it's going from it's a grey, it's just an off-coloured grey going to yellow. So that lets me know that I've never drove down it before here in the game. But again, they're new maps, so I wouldn't have done anyway. Now it's nice to see a little bit more traffic than I normally see. Now it's simulating 20 past 4 in the morning in the game, and all it is mainly on the roads now is the odd car, but it's mainly lorries, and it's mainly in the day where I will be picking back up like big traffic jams. So it's sort of like simulating how it would be in the real world, with us driving, people like driving through the night delivering products for the next day to people and stuff like that. Now I don't know whether it's because I've got the resolution down so low due to the fact of the PC. I've had to put this down to 150 in scaling. I know when this is at 400 there are what they call banding. If you look at the sky, it looks really terrible quality. It don't look too bad. I would love to see this as a really high res. I know we can get it with Euro trucks with what they call it, natural lux. That when that is working with pro mods and all the other maps, that game looks fantastic. Like I say, hopefully then CSC has released 136 pro mods will then be updated for the 136. I'm sure the boys or the people that make that mod, it don't take them 2 minutes to upgrade once CSC bring out new versions. Them straight on the ball. So very often you have to wait days. So hopefully then, because I played online for weeks on Truckers MP, you can now at this present time do Truckers MP online. where before you couldn't, you'd have to do pro mods, you'd have to disable pro mods. So you can do pro mods on Truckers MP, that's what I'm trying to say. Again, I ain't experienced that yet, and again, I do miss not playing pro mod, doing the pro mods. And again, it's more map area for Euro trucks. Again, there ain't any pro mods, there's a few others. It was Paris, I had that in. I had some of the islands, I had Chernobyl, all that way. All the added on parts for Russia.
Keep right.
We had Australia as well. There was loads and loads and loads of places. But of course, when I upgraded to all this lot, they had to go,
Keep right.
because I know I was struggling to run them on such a big screen. Yep. And even though I downgraded, like say the other day, to a 24-inch monitor running at 1080p, I'm still struggling. So that just shows, doesn't it, just how much of a bag of shit this PC is I'm working on. I don't know. Life, nothing ever runs smooth. Anyway, help if I'd have picked the right gear. Put with my way. But again, nice speed limit. But you can see the colour, the banding through the windows. The sky just don't look real. Again, that could be because the scaling of it being so low quality. But I know natural looks don't do American trucks yet. The one when it's in Euro trucks with natural looks on, you don't get that banding. That's, you know, that's poor quality pictures. Yeah. Coming from a photographer point, if I'd have seen that, it looks like it's been compressed and compressed and compressed and compressed to get that banding. The colours don't look real. Again, I could even tweak this with Nvidia's own. Even that's letting me down. But again, I ain't even using Nvidia at the moment to stream this with. I could use Nvidia. Well, I can use Nvidia, but it don't let me stream 4K. It'll only do 1440. Where when I go through OBS, again, it don't couch me files, but it will let me do 4K at 50 frames, even though the game itself is running at 60. Oh, am I going to jump the red lights? I could do, but I ain't gonna. Oh, just means I'll be first off the lights when I change. Oh dear. But we've only got a short little destination to go now, so it ain't really worth jumping red lights. Just waiting for them to change now. They should be changing any minute. Yep. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for the next one. I'm going to have a change of a truck. Hey, how's about that? Now we've only got 3 choices here in America. But I'm going to go and get me a new truck and we'll go and design one. So we've got the Peterbilt at the moment. Now for some reason I'll call up down with my tracking. It's going off. So that needs addressing as well. I don't know why. That's the only trouble
right
sometimes
and then turn right.
with the head tracking. If you If I actually streaming, if I'm pre-recording a video, then I'll wear the cap. But because I got headphones and another mic, well I have got another mic, but it's a louder mic. I like the one that's attached to the headphones. I have to wear the Pro clip, where I wear the other clip in the day, which has got the cap. But it's a little bit harder to fit headphones over that. But if you do move this Pro clip one on this track IR, it sometimes goes tits up, and I've knocked it. That's the only drawback. That's the only advantage Toby eye tracking's got. You don't move your eyes, do you? Your eyes stay firmly in your head. Where this sometimes gets knocked. But again, it's a little trade-off. I don't mind having that. My God, that's close. Oh, there's no trains coming. Love that. I love that sensation when I go over that train track. Right, we are going to park it. Good.
Your route guidance is now finished.
Good, because I want to go and change my truck. Let's go and have a play in the game. I've been driving that Peterbilt for a bit longer. Too long. Right, let's go and find us a garage, and let's go and find one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mouse. Have a look where we are. Right. Shall we go? Let's have a look. We'll go Roswell. Hey, we might see a few aliens. No, I've got a few wagons in there, haven't we? We can have a new one in Roswell. Let's have a look. Let's find out. Come on, travel to Roswell. Go and see me aliens, if we've got any. And while I'm doing that, folks, I am going to come over to here. Right. Right, Michael Hadley, I do apologise. I seen your messages on my screen. Now, why is that? Welcome to live chat, and I ain't seen them. How bad is that? I have now. Now that I updated twice while I've been on. So that's not good. And I'm getting all sorts of messages on my screen at the moment. I don't know who that is, and I don't care neither. Right. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to end... No, I won't. I'll get the truck right first. Right, I need to come in and do my head tracking. That's what I need to do. That's where I'd come here. Out of the game. A couple of seconds. Once I find where it is. Because everything goes transparent. At the moment, it needs a little tweak. Upwards, I think. No. Right, this is so simple. Oh, right, I'm losing it about there. We'll try that again. Right, jump back into the game. That is how simple this head tracking is to actually... Hold on. The streaming output is lower than the recommended rate. We recommend you use an audio streaming bit rate of 128 kilobits. So what am I using then? Bleeding hell. Hey, YouTube always... I've got something to say, but now it's audio. V3 audio, it's something else. Jesus, I wish they'd make their mind up and leave me alone. Anyway. Right, what we're doing now. Right. Let's try this out in the cab. So F12. That's a bit better. So I can look down, up and round. See me doors when I need to. Yep, that's fine. Right, Roswell, we need to go and find where we aliens am. Now I do apologise again. Somebody's just commented on my stuff. Michael. I do apologise, Michael Adley. I will send you a message after. But they say updating chat as it should do. It ain't doing it live. So that's not good. Now there's no. Where is my garage? Right, I've got to drive that far to a garage. I need a garage to go and upgrade my truck. Unless I can pick one from here. Let's have a look. Truck purchase. Truck manager. No, that's. I want to buy a truck, do we? Truck dealers. Let's go for the Kenwood. Oh, we got one here. Buy online. That's where we're doing. Right, what we got? Now, is it Kenwoods where I can see out the windows due to the fact that they're normally too big? Right, let's have a look. Yeah, it's them at her. Right, that's a high rise. What's this one? Duty one. I've never seen one of them before. Customize. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what we can do. So that's. Well, that looks alright, do it now. Mid-roof sleeper. We ain't stopping all night. Now we want something that's going to pull heavy shit. How do I do these little jobbies? It's got to pull something for heavy cargo. We want a decent engine. Again, I think that's it. Ooh, is there one bigger than that? Well, I think that's exactly the same as that one. It is. I don't know why that's YX15. Again, I am a truck driver, so I apologise to any truck drivers out there. Right, 18 speed. That's going to send that up to that. And then we got a dashboard. Ooh, look at that, eh? Interior grey. There's no difference between that one, or that one. I'm seeing no difference at all. Oh well. I don't think. Oh, I've got an Harley Davidson skin. Is that what that one is? Right, what's that give me when I do that one? Nothing. What are the ones we got? Skies. There you go. Stars and stripes. Checkered flag. I'll go with that, Harley. They're the best, but it's as good as. Now, can I get any decent horns on here? Because I don't know if this one comes with horns. These are piss poor because I can't work out to do the, what you call it, modifications in them. Now, do we get the right characters back in here? No. Now, this is something to do with the text foil in here, because when I type B, C, that's what I get. So I putting them back in, as they don't work at the moment, and I thought that was down to CSC, and it ain't. It is actually down to a foil in the game. Right, big mirror, we'll have the round ones. Them are going to be flags, so of course it's American trucks, so we put them on. I don't mind putting them on. American trucks. Oh no, no, that's got to go. Standard bumper. Bumper painted. Is that going to put the words heavy overload? Forget it. I don't even think I'm even going to put a bull bar on. Oh, that black one don't look too bad. Oh, I want black. Again, you can't really modify the trucks as you would with Euro. You can really modify them within here. I don't do them that good, to be fair. Is that going to be painted? Yeah, it's going to be doubly exhausts. We'll have that. I wished anybody from CSC again is watching. We wouldn't have to do individual tyres. Do the back as you do the others. Yeah. So as you do one set of back tyres, you know, have the option where we can just do them once, rather than keep having to piss about doing them over and over and over and over again. It's timing it. Anyway, I think that's all you can do with this. I'll have exclusive, and I don't think there's really much I'm going to be putting in here. Have a look at in front of the window. Probably got to put Taz or Garfield back in. Oh, let's have a look what we got. Some of that wiggles and moves. Who's my woman? There's a little one. We'll put a little Christmas tree on this one. And we'll put... Oh, I think the window's a little bit too big for the cap. Where's that woman that wiggles? There's a woman that wiggles about. More of a truck cap, even though you can't see it, so what's the point in putting it on? None of them cups I'm going to really show, so that's pointless. There's a woman that moves. Awila Pac-Man. Again, that looks shit. Try that one. Using one of the mods. Does Chewbacca move? No. Garfield does. Oh, we'll have him. We'll have the Stig. Why not? I think that's really all I'm going to put in here. And confirm. And I'm going to purchase it. And I'm going to stick it in. Where shall we go? There. And because I have to look over the top, that's where I'm purchased it. So now we're going to have a little drive. Come out of there. Garage management. Remember where I've just bought it. And that's what I've just forgot. Shit, where have I just bought me friggin' truck? Oh dear. Is it in there? I've got one truck now in one of these friggin' garages. Where the pissing hell have I bought that? Oh dear. Shit. Come back out of here. Where have I just put that? Bloody garage management. I know I should have bought and put it into truck manager. This could be really hard. won't say that one. Decent people who I've gone with, are they? Oh dear. Is that the one? Yes! And that's where it is. Where's that? Bateau Rouge or whatever it's called. Carriage management. Now we've got you. And drive it. Right folks, I'm going to restart the stream. And I'll be back in a minute, yeah? That's if it lets me drive it. See you in a second.